Hey, hey, hi guys. Hi, how are you all? So I hope that you are able to hear me properly, every one of you. This is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and I'm here today to actually take you all guys through the toughest of learning of data structures and algorithm. Data structure algorithm, कितने लोग fan है बताओ मुझे. How many of you are fans of data structure and algorithm? And see, guys, I'm being very honest. I have not prepared much for data structures and algorithm. Isliye I have got one expert along with me who can take these classes along with me. Like he'll be teaching and I'll be learning from him instead. And that is the format that we'll experiment with. Okay, so hey everyone, so this is Sai Kiran from Let's Upgrade, and I welcome you all guys to this our live essentials program of data structures and algorithm. What is data structure algorithm? I don't have to say that all. Okay, data structure algorithm is very core topic of any interview. You all want to prepare for. आप सभी लोगों को कोई ना कोई अगर इंटरव्यू क्रैक करना है कभी ना कभी जिंदगी में, you must you must have good knowledge about data structures and algorithm. अगर आपको data structure and algorithm के बारे में you want to know more, right? I will just tell I'll introduce you to Amit sir. And Amit sir is the person who will be teaching us data structure and algorithm. I will be the student. I'll be representing you all guys in front of him, so that he's also very clear about, okay, are you able to understand, yes or no? And even I can gauge you all your emotions, your sentiments, and we'll take it out. Okay, so I can see so many of you are my OG students. When I say OG students, it's moreover like कि मेरे खुद के मतलब students हैं ये लोग सभी लोग. Okay, and I am looking forward to actually learn along with you all. Okay, this data structures and algorithm. Now, Prem Kumar is saying, please use common language. What is common language? Common language is English. Okay, as far as I know. But now coming to even I can talk in Hindi, I can talk in Telugu also, and I can talk in various other languages. But I'll be restricting myself to Hindi or English. Okay, mostly. So before we go ahead and get into data structure algorithm, मुझे I want to share three things of Let's Upgrade. Okay, Let's Upgrade was started in the year 2018 as an offline community in Chennai. From there till now, we have got 7.5 lakh students who are registered on LetsUpgrade.in who want to become developers, and we have got 33% market share in BTech community of entire India. So if you are in BTech, or if you are in tech learning programs in India, you should be a part of Let's Upgrade. That is the notion that we are building. And we have till date rolled out more than 1 lakh plus certificates in various programming languages. That is the traction that we have created. And we are in collaboration with NSDC, that's National Skill Development Corporation, ITM Group of Institutions, and Google Developer Group, Mumbai. So these are the three people who are along with us. Uh, uh, we are giving the certificate, but along with us, they are also co-sponsors for our certificates to you all. Now, going back, okay, now going back to what exactly is DSA and what all things अपन क्या क्या पढ़ने वाले हैं डेटा स्ट्रक्चर एल्गोरिदम में. टू बी वेरी क्लियर, डेटा स्ट्रक्चर एल्गोरिदम ना बेसिक होता है कोई भी प्रोग्रामिंग इंटरव्यू का. यू वांट टू क्रैक एनी जॉब इन TCS, from there to you want to crack any kind of job in let's say Zomato or a Swiggy, everywhere data structure algorithm is the basic thing, and that is required for every one of you all. Clear? Now one point. Number two, Let's Upgrade is providing you this 5 days of data structure algorithm program. इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर बहुत सिंपल है. यू हैव टू हैव 50% प्रोग्रेस टू गेट अ सर्टिफिकेट. अगर आपके पास 50% प्रोग्रेस कंप्लीट होता है, इफ यू कंप्लीट 50% प्रोग्रेस, यू विल बी गेटिंग सर्टिफिकेट बाय आवर पीपल. लेट मी शेयर यू how you can get certificate. Just give me 1 minute. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so I'm sharing one screen. Okay, So I hope that you all are able to see my screen. Okay, एक screen आपको दिख रहा है इधर. Now what I'll do, I'll go to YouTube. Okay, youtube.com/. आप सब, you all are seeing me on YouTube, right? You all are seeing me on YouTube just like this. So let me just go to YouTube. Okay, so here I can see every one of you are attending live now. So this is DSA day 1. I'll click here. Okay, I'm getting an ad, but leave about the ad. If you just open this description box. Okay, if you open the description box, you will be seeing this particular link. Okay, so this is the link which you need to click on. ये link आपको click करना है. As soon as you click on that one particular link, and if you have not signed in, it will ask you to sign in and all. So let me refresh it one more time. Hi, yes, मैं signed in था already. So here you need to mark your attendance. Okay, every day you have to go here and click on this button and mark attendance. That's it. That's what you need to do. Very clear. Okay, so you have to mark attendance for all the days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the basic procedure for marking your attendance. Clear? And as soon as you mark attendance for all the 5 days, and in day 3, 4, 5, we will be having assignments. You need to submit that. After that, you will be seeing a generate certificate button is there. For example, I'll show you in so many programs that I am being part of. Let's say C++ program. Like here, you are able to see download certificate button because my progress is 78%. That is the reason I'm seeing this download certificate button. In DSA, I'm not seeing download certificate button because first, my progress is not more than 50%, and second, because I am yet to. So the deadline for the program is what? 26th. On 26th night 9 p.m. you will be able to download the certificate. You can also enroll into LetsUpgrade's other programs, which are like C++, Java, JavaScript, Python. Okay, Python I'm teaching next this 29th, so you can join there also for learning Python. Okay, so this is what, guys, we are teaching. I hope that you are very clear about it. So any other questions, please tell us in the chat. Okay, और कोई क्वेश्चन है तो फटाफट बताओ. In the meantime, let me take Amit sir here. So he's Amit sir, and he's going to be our faculty for. I'll not call faculty. I mean, he's a developer out there, and he's going to teach us um, how to go ahead in data structure algorithm. Hi, Amit sir. How are you?
Hi, Cyclone sir. I'm fine. I see lots of students whom I taught in workshop. Abhijit Karmakar, I see, you know.
Okay.
So lots of people are there. I've taught them DSA, and I see some full stack program people are also there. They're also attending again. I don't know. Okay, you guys,
I,
like,
I'm also seeing them here and there. So it's
yes,
like 100% very nice. Okay. So
yes.
like now one I can see Sita, I can see Rishi Joshi, Amrita. Okay, so these all people are actually going ahead and uh, like joining in again and again. So thanks a lot, every one of you. And let's just go ahead, sir. So from where you want to start?
Okay, I'll today's we'll going to cover the today's the first day. Basically, we'll cover the C++ basics, and I'll be talking about DSA and why should we need DSA and using DSA and what are the things we're going to cover. On day two, we'll be covering with arrays and pointers like 1D array, 2D array, and how pointer is related to array basically. So I'll be teaching pointers with arrays. Okay, and next
Got it.
day after that it's DSA, data structure and algorithm. So we'll see algorithms also, linear search, binary search, sorting. One kind of sort will be
Is my internet down? Hello? Is my internet down? Hey, hi guys. Is my internet down right now? Every one of you? Like, क्या हो गया यार? I think Sir's internet is down right now. Oh wow. We have got okay, we have got a glitch. अपने पास एक glitch आ गया भाइयों, and everyone out there. So we will just wait for him to come back. In the meantime, I want to understand from every one of you. So are you all Okay. Okay. So are you on
Hello,
our
am I
Telegram
audible?
and WhatsApp groups? Yes or no? Fine. Yes, sir. You are audible. You are audible now. You are audible now. Yep. You are audible now. You're audible. You're audible. Now I can see.
Okay, okay,
Yep.
great. Like there was a problem from my side. Sorry, guys. Okay.
It's really.
So, yes. So what I was telling is like 5 days I was just covering what we're going to cover basically on the 5 days. I'll be talking today mostly on C++ because I'll let you know why C++ we basically use for DSA. C++ is a very beautiful language to learn DSA and any other concept and like to get clear with everything. And like we'll be on day two, we'll be covering arrays with pointers, 1D array, 2D array, multi-dimensional array, how we store, values, multiple values in it, and how array name is related with pointers and everything. We're going to cover with the, deep down how it's getting stored. So whenever interview ask you questions, you that time like directly can say, okay, I know the concept. So that's a plus point. So we're going to cover that thing also, and we'll see algorithms like binary search, linear search, and for sorting, we'll see selection sort. Lots of sorting algorithms are there. We'll see that. Okay, on the day four, we'll covering stacks and queues. So like how things get stored in stacks and queues with arrays. Basically, we're going to do with arrays. Lots of data structures are there. So it is not possible to cover, in these 5 days, but we'll try to cover whatever I teach in this 5 days. Everything will be, very deep down. So on the day five, we'll be solving, pattern problems. So you might have seen, so there we'll practice with while loop, for loop, and everything. Lots of problems we'll be solving. Correct. So these are the things we're going to cover. So
Yep. Yep. Yep.
everything will be on the basis of interview perspective, because today like for even the service based company also ask for DSA, because
Yep.
right now
Yep.
if you heard of that recession is going on and all those hype and everything is going on LinkedIn. So that like lots of people writing that one DSA problem a day keeps you away from recession. So
Wow,
see,
that
yes.
one was very good. I mean, one DSA problem a day keeps you away from like, I mean, keep you away from a economic slowdown or something like that.
Yes.
Very nice point.
Hmm. So so that's how DSA is important in this like tough time. No, you like you'll face in every 10 years or maybe So if you have skills, you don't have to worry. That is the thing. So we're going to cover on the basics. So you learn, you get the path, so you start.
Got it, sir. Got it. Amazing. Nice. Let's go ahead, sir. I mean, you would like to
Okay.
share your screen?
Yes, I am sharing my screen. So is my screen shared, sir? I'll go
Yep,
forward with it.
you can. We got your screen share up and running.
Okay. It's shared, right?
Your
Okay.
screen share is done.
Okay, correct. So we're going to start with DSA. Today, like we're going to talks lots of about the basics of C plus plus. Why C plus plus? So that also we'll talk, because C plus plus is a very beautiful language. Like one of like this guy, whatever his name, I don't remember actually. You can search over that. Like he accidentally found that C plus plus. This language, but this language is very very it's like ancient language. It's object oriented. It's basically the extension of C language. Basically when you go to the college and they first language they teach is C, because that makes your concept clear. Then after the C++ starts, you learn C++, you can switch to any language, Java, C Sharp, Python, anything you can do. So there are a bit advantages of C++, like it's object oriented, it's very fast, portable, and all this stuffs are there. So that's why we're going to cover with C++, correct? So like why C++, you see lots of memes and all those things will be there. This basically I like try to get people along, because people get understand more with this stuff. So I try to cover this way also, that like C++, its syntaxes are, you have to take care of syntaxes very carefully, case sensitive, whether it is case sensitive or not, whether you are missing the semicolon or not. These are the stuffs you care on C++ language. Now, why data structure? So data structure and algorithm, I said earlier that It's one of the very important these days. Earlier days, like service based company used to like they don't to care that whether some person know data structure and algorithm or not, but they are now getting into it, data structure and algorithm. So any job interview go, they'll ask some sorts of questions on data structure and algorithm. So there are lots of
Got
data
it.
structures, arrays, stacks, lots of data structures as a few I have covered. You can see the applications basically where data structure like is used. So like stack, you can see the application of stack. You do redo, undo in your word processor. Okay, so you do like when you go to browser and you click on the back button and front button, their stack is used basically. And in Q, the switching of, suppose I want to switch from this to Visual Studio Code. So what I have to do, like I have to click on this, so it will change. So that is the thing. So these are the things, switching of applications, there it's used. So you might have seen, you might have used Google Maps. You want the shortest path, all those stuffs, correct? So that is also covered by graph. The data structure and algorithms are there, correct? So these are the things. That's why whatever you see the problems and whatever see you that is solved, everything is done by data structure. It's whole concept. This is the mathematics of programming. Like this is the logic building part of that program. That is why data structure and algorithm is very important. So if you want to excel, no, suppose you want to, like when you go to a company and you want to excel in that, like you want to get apart from others. So there when you show your problem solving skills, then you get promotion very fast. The much the quality work you do, you get better pay. Like in that same company, with same experience, people are getting different salaries. This is the reason. Okay.
Got it.
Yes. So
Amazing. So,
like
I wanted. Huh. Yes.
yes.
Good. 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 Good.
Okay. So you can go ahead, sir. Like I'll then after that I'll talk.
Okay, so I actually wanted to say one thing to everyone. I want to ask, hey, hi guys, you are actually following us, yes or no? I mean, what sir is explaining, are you able to understand? Yes, no. So please tell us in the chat, because if you actually don't give us feedbacks, we will not be able to instantly take it, because in a actual classroom, everyone will be sitting here, and we will be like, huh, we can see their face and we can understand कि समझ आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, basic. But here it's camera in front of us, so you, until unless you don't give reactions, you'll not understand. Yeah. So I can see few of the people are saying yes, 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 we can hear you and all. So 100% we can go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Great.
Yep. So you're mentioning about, sir, like basic syntax of programming, then analytical thinking, then DSA, advanced DSA, practice, practice, practice. This is what you have got. So yes, sir, please continue.
So, this is the structure I basically tell to everyone to follow. First cover your basic syntaxes. See, don't go forward with these are the interview questions and I have to jump on that and those questions are asked. So whenever interview will ask, if you mug up the things and you go, and that interview asks, the middle part, wherever the conceptual part is, you'll get stuck. So basically, don't jump on things. Start with basics, then go one by one. One by one. Try to think. Don't see for solutions. Try to, like, as much coding is basically as much as you do, like that makes you confidence, and that will gain confidence and you'll able to solve those problems. So it takes time, but when you like get expert to it, then you are good to go. Like after that you can learn anything. So first thing is you have to get the path, how to start and how to go. So that I'll show you how to go forward. Okay. Next is yours, like yours call, how you take it. Correct. So we'll start with basic syntaxes, analytical thinking, basically how logic building stuffs and everything. Then data structure and algorithm comes. So today I'll be covering basic syntaxes of programming, everything. Then next 4 days, we'll go forward with DSA. Then if you want to learn further, then advanced DSAs are there, and these are the things. Like if you want like the separate courses, there it will be covered in very detail. Correct. Then after that, one thing is that is there is practice. So like you practice more, you get the things more. So only few sets of questions are there, that those questions are asked repeatedly. So you might have given, so some people, if people are from engineering background, correct, so they might know that they have given JE and everything. So only concept of mathematics are like few concepts are there, like calculus is there, trigonometry. So within those formulas, those questions are framed, right? So you have to crack how that question is framed. So that is thing. So one more thing is important while you learn programming, is that is communication and understanding of the language, English language. Because wherever you go in company, that is English is necessary. So those questions will also be there in English. You have to understand, you have to break it down to a problem. Then problem will be very easy because those concepts you already learned. So you have to break down into like some mathematical formats. So then you're good to go with it. Then you can directly solve that question. So this is the thing. Okay.
Okay, so
So
got it.
mhm.
No, I just said got it. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
following you. I'm following
correct,
you.
correct, correct, correct. So I'll give some tips. How to. So lots of people ask like how to improve logic, sir. How to improve logic? So I'll say is don't use IDE or any kind of compiler. I don't recommend to use IDE, because what like IDE gives those suggestions. Their syntaxes already give suggestions. So there you directly hit enter, correct? But some interviews they ask what to write in white paper, in notepad. Like they want to see if you can dry run the code. See, if you don't even solve that question in an interview, that's not an issue. But how your
Okay.
thinking process is, that is very important. Like how you are covering that question, correct? So if you know the answer, that is fine. You directly write the question, like solution of it. But if you don't know the answer, how you are covering, how you are dry running the code, that is very important. So pen and paper, always use pen when you like go for any learning stuffs and things. No, sit with pen and paper and start writing it down in pen and paper, correct? Second thing is don't use IDE, use online compiler. There you don't like I'll give you one compiler there. They don't give suggestions of the keywords, and you don't got to know that that you have written something wrong. So there you learn debugging also. Like when you run, you'll see what that line number, this error is there. So you go and you get to think, okay, I did this error, correct? So we don't want to run the code at the first go. That is our goal. Is we don't want to run the code at the first go, because if it is run in the first go, we don't know where the mistake, like where it's going, correct? Like where mistakes there is. So that is one thing. And like if you have friends, do discuss with them, do discuss problems, try to do with another solution, try see solution of others also after you solve. Firstly, don't go forward with you what don't go forward with the solution. If I suppose give one question to you, correct, don't go for the solution directly. First of all, write the algorithm. I'll tell you how to write algorithms. Today we'll see swapping of two numbers, like how to swap two numbers. So I'll tell you, algorithm means what? Basic step-by-step process, what you will do. So that is what algorithm is. After that, convert that algorithm to pseudocode. Pseudocode means what? Before writing the code. So if this process in the beginning you follow, no, this will not follow every time. When we write big codes in stacks, queues, or trees, graphs, there we don't write pseudocode and everything. But for the beginning process, if you are a very beginner, so this will really help you, correct? So and revise those questions, and don't get overwhelmed with the resources over the internet, please. So that will also ruin your all those things, because in internet you will get lots of resources, but don't get overwhelmed with that, because that will like you will end up going following path that is not required for you. So that's why you need kind of mentor, like what are the things you need, which path you should follow according to your situations or intelligence. So that is very important, correct? And one more thing is, people I taught full stack programming. I know people who are there in like non-tech background, lots of BCA people and mechanical people, they were like very scared at the beginning. how we'll learn programming. And I taught the full DSA in very detail. They were like, we don't know what is if, what is else, what is this loops and all, correct? Today, like I know lots of people there from the full stack, they are more confident than CS guys. So you can understand, like, if you learn the right way, you're going to get it, like you're going to crack it. So these are the things, see, motivation doesn't work, but that has to be coming from you, correct? So always take small steps, always take small steps. Then, like, don't, like, if you're thinking that, okay, after 5 days I'll cover everything. No, don't do that. Like, do only small part, but do consistently. Today, to like tomorrow, day after day, that way you do. So that will really help. Okay, and start taking action, then you'll see your hope, like, it will increase. Are you getting it, guys? So everything, like, now, like, it's lots of things. I think, like, I've given lots of motivations, and what are the things we're doing, so
Yep,
we'll
yep,
move.
yep. I can see that ki,
Hmm.
you are sharing more of like how you should approach DSA, and
Hmm.
even if you don't know programming language, how should we like see DSA? It is not that difficult. It is easy, and we have to go one step at one time, and we will reach there. That's what
Yes.
you have been mentioning. I completely I was listening to you. So
Hmm.
yes, so like will we what all things that we will be covering today?
So today we'll be covering about, loops, like functions and everything, like how it fails, nested loops and all those stuffs. Correct? How to write algorithms, pseudocode, and, like, few stuffs will be like going forward with that.
Okay,
What
sir.
are variables, what are literals, like, values, everything. Those stuffs we'll be covering today.
Got it, got it, got it. So let's get into that, sir, because I think we have got 120 or some people, and they are looking forward to that. Yep.
Okay, okay, great. So, in, programming, basically, their data types is there. So data type means what is, like, you write 5, 4, 3, A, B, C, D, everything stuffs are there. So, computer language, C++ or other languages, they don't know, like, if you write 5, so they need to know that, compiler need to know that if you're writing 5, it means it's an integer, correct? So data type is what? It gives the type of that, like, whatever data. If you're giving C, it means it's a character. So we write CHAR. So these are the things are what? Data types. Basically what? It let the compiler know that, okay, we are using integer, we are using, decimal value, or those are the stuffs we use, correct? So these are the things what data types it is. So there are lots of data types. You can see, boolean type, like true or false. Lots of things are there. You can like go forward and search over it. But basically we cover everything, like under this everything gets covered, lots of things get covered. String is also there. Suppose this variable string means what? Some written thing, like, that word, that is called what? String. So these are the, like, don't get confused with the names, int, char, float, double. Don't get confused. These are the things already given in the compiler, that int means integer, char means character, float means real value. Float means what? Real value, that is 5.8, 3.1, 2.3. Char means character. What are the characters are there? A, B, C, D, like small a to small z, isn't it? 26 characters are there. Capital A to, capital Z, plus sign. Those are all what? Characters, correct? Then double is there. This is also decimal value, but basically what? Bigger number. Basically we use float for smaller decimal numbers, but we use double for bigger decimal numbers, correct? So these are what? Data types. Basically we give the type to a data. Data are what? Integer, char, character, float. These are what? Datas. Okay. Now, so before I go there, what I was telling is, okay, okay. So this data types, right? What I told. So when I will be using, will be using this. compiler, that is online GDB. So here it doesn't show basically, here it doesn't show that whether you are writing something wrong. If I do write something wrong also, no, it doesn't show that like I'm writing wrong. So if I run, no, it will say that in line number 9 something wrong is there, correct? So you see something wrong is there. So this is the thing I'm like trying to get you through, that don't practice with id means what, that is downloaded compilers and all the stuff, correct? So this doesn't show that here is no underlining that it's something wrong you have written. So here you see, okay, in number 9 you have written something wrong, then I'll go line number 9, okay, now. So this is the thing, that's why I said online compiler will be using, and white paper, like whatever do code we do, so we'll do in the like this here. So correct. So that's why I said that. Okay, great. Then in normal, there are lots of normal languages, right? English, Hindi and all those stuff. So there are some grammars are there, isn't it? There are grammars are there that you have to write this way. If you want to write present tense, past tense, you have to write in a certain way, correct? So similarly, when you want to write a you want to define a value, you want to value that is stored in some variable. Now there is one word I'm saying is variable. What we used to do in variable in mathematics, basically variable used to store some value, isn't it? If I say x, like x will have some value, so that is what variable, that is going to store some value in it, where it will be stored in the memory, correct? So we write, like we give the data type of it. So forget these things, suppose I am taking 4: integer, char, float and double. So these are the 4 data types I'm taking. Now I have to write in the compiler, right, how to how it is defined. So every line we write when in C++, every line we write, basically these are the things. I'll cover this thing at afterwards. So everything you write, no, see, even 11 line, everything you write something and you give semicolon at the end. So whenever you write, you end with semicolon, correct? You end with semicolon. So in the C++ code, this is called as, like I call it as template. This is called as a template. What is that? Here hash include iostream. So for every language something is there. So for Java we use import, and Python we is import and all those stuff. So what it is saying is hash include iostream means input output stream is, it's going to, like, this is the basic template of C++. If I run, it will print hello world. That okay. So first program is our hello world, see out, like it will be printing our what I want to print, correct? So in C++, what happens is we write hash include iostream. It means what? It is including the library, that is input output stream is there, like C out, C in, everything that gets covered in the iostream, correct? So, and one more thing is there is in the 7 line. So this is like you have to write for every program. Every program you have to write this one, and for every program you have to write the main function. This is what main function. I'll give you example with restaurants and everything. What is main function? What are normal functions? Everything. I'll try to cover that thing also. I'll try to give analogy with the real world, like what is main function, difference between main function and normal functions and everything, correct? So this is the basic template. So these two things will always be there using namespace std, correct? So namespace is what, like it's like when you go for other programming languages, also C# and everything, we used to see lots of namespaces. Under namespaces classes are written. So when program gets very big, that time we separate it out by different classes, and like we try to cover it in what different modules. Basically, if I write everything in like if Google is written, Google company is written, or LetsUpgrade company is written its code, correct? If I write in everything here in this compiler, so it will take around 20,000 and 30,000 lines. So that will be issue when you run or something want to do. So there what we do is we create namespaces, we create classes, and we try to separate the files. So whatever, suppose login is there, so that will be covered in the different namespace and class and those stuffs. So that is the use of this is template. Don't go like much deep into it. This is a basic template. And main function will always be there, and it will always be integer type in C++. It means what? It will return something. Integer type means, like here, how function is defined. Basically, we write what? Data type. See, we saw, right? Data type. For data type, data type is there. We are writing int. Int means what? That is integer. Integer. So it will, this function, and how function is written, we write the function name and this round bracket. So this is how, and written in curly brackets, correct? So this is called as the main function, and we also call it as driver code. This is the driver code. From here the code starts working, program. Okay, so what is the thing is, if I run this program, what will happen? So it will basically print hello world. Now what I'm trying to explain you is, here's integer written, right? Int means what? Integer. It means it will return integer. Return means what? This return. That's why return statement is written, right? So it will return something. It means what? It is executed. This code is executed perfectly. So you see here, see, program finished with exit code 0. That is written, right? Program finished with exit code 0. If I change it to, suppose 100, what will happen? It will again run. It will again run, but it will say what? Program is finished with exit code 100. So there is no difference. No difference. If I don't write it also, no, that is also fine, because by default it is defined in the compiler that it is there. If I don't write, but for normal function, when you write, no, that if you write return type as some integer or char or something, there it's necessary to write return statement. So it is good practice. So it is very good practice to write what? Return. So it is very good practice to write return when we write this, correct? So this is the basic thing of that, of the C++ template. These two lines will always be there, and driver code will always be there. And suppose here some functionalities will be coming, correct? Now I'll take one example. What I'm meaning by functions and everything, no, I'll take example. I'll go forward with example. Okay, this thing I explained. Okay, that IOStream header file and everything, correct? So IOStream is what? Input output stream. So cout, cin, correct? Cout means it will print. Cin means it will take input from the user. Means suppose you want to say, I want to give input and I want to print that, suppose. So that is what we'll see everything. We'll go forward. We'll try to write everything, correct? Okay, great. Now what I'm telling is, okay, one more thing is for variables. Few important points about variables. So variable name, how variable name is written. So this is what? Integer type. We already saw that return, we have to write the data type. So integer. So my variable is a variable name. It is similar to X and Y. You can write your name also. I can write my name also here, correct? I can write Amit also, but we take those names which is relatable with the program what we write, correct? So suppose I'm writing my variable. So basically we are writing camel case. It starts with what is camel case? Like lots of way of writing variable names and all stuffs are there. So we basically follow camel case. What is that? It starts with small letter. After that, every word come that will be capital. Start with capital. You see, it's small. Then after that, V is capital. So this is how it's. If you don't write, that's fine. But this is for the readability of the code. These are the very good, like practices we can say. So this is the correct way of writing. You can give, you can write underscore also, my underscore variable, but you cannot write my then space then variable. That is the that is how you cannot write the variable name there, correct? So these are the things. Okay, we'll be going forward with that. And this is what? Declaration. Like few terms are there. Right now I'm using lots of terms. Variables, data types, main function, return type. Don't get confused with these words. These are the words to scare people, but these are nothing. like when you go for practice and you do, you'll see, okay, nothing was there. So don't, like, never get scared with those words, correct? So everything will get will go to it, everything will be getting covered. Okay, great. So what we call it, this is what declaration. Declaration means what? We written that my variable is there, my variable, variable name is what, my variable, and we have given some space. We have given what? We have given some space in the memory. Some space in the memory means what? In the RAM, it is of 4 bytes, correct? It's of integer type, and it's of 4 bytes. So it will have some address, and variable name, my variable name will be written, and it's a 4 type. So in the RAM it will be stored. So in the latter part of the video, when I start stack you, there I'll say, it is declared statically. So don't get confused again. I'm using statically, dynamically. I'll be using those terms and everything. Don't get confused. Okay. Those are only terms. What is statically? Like these other things are statically. You cannot change it. So that is what statically, like declaring. So that it gets, declared in the stack. So when we do declare dynamically, that is gets stored in the heap. The map. I'll talk about the memory architecture of a RAM. How in stacks it is getting storing values, how it getting stored in the heap, and everything. I'll be clearing everything. So moving forward to it. Okay, few more things. So we will use lots of endl. So I basically go forward with endl because it's very like easy to write, endl. So I go with endl. You can write new line also. Endl means what? End of line. It means going to the next line. If I write endl here, so it will go to the next line. Similarly, this new line is also, same thing, but I prefer to use endl. Lots of people prefer to use endl. So this is basically I'll be using. You can use this one also, new line, okay, or ending of line, same thing. Okay, now 2-3 things will be there. That is, if I use double slash, no, that is one single comment. When I write in code, when I write something in code with, in the code, when I write in this way, and I write our program is hello world, hello world. It means what? It means what? This line, second line, this second line will not be executed. That is what comment means. That is what, this is what single line comment. Or I'll write is at single line comment. So this is what? This is single line comment. So if I run this, no effect will be there. It will be still printing, correct? But I cannot write this way. I cannot write this way. It means I'm writing in the code. So it will give error. If you see, if I run it, it will give error. Why it will give error? Because compiler को समझ में नहीं आ रहा ये है क्या भाई. कोई सिंटैक्स तो होना चाहिए, कुछ तो बता. क्योंकि how C++ is written is like, there it is written that hash include means that using namespace means we are covering in the that namespace. Main is the function that is already defined. Cout, that is already there in the C++ compiler, the code base written there. But this thing is not defined, so that's why it is not recognizing it. See, if you don't understand any other language, if I try to speak in that language, will you understand? No, right? Similarly, same thing is happening with the compiler. Yes. Sai sir, are you trying to say something?
No. I'm actually just repeating just besides you. Like, hi. I'm just trying to like interact with you. Nothing else.
Okay. Great. So why it's not understanding? Are you getting it? If you don't understand, suppose no one, like I don't understand Tamil. If someone try to tell my compiler means what, my brain will say what this person is telling. I don't know. Correct. Similarly, if I write this, like without anything, so this compiler will say, what is this? It's not getting processed. So when I write this double slash, it means this is commenting of line. Meaning this second line will not. Now if I run, it will okay. It's okay. It will run. Okay, great. So this thing we learned. Now one more thing is there. So suppose I want to comment out this all lines. Suppose I want to comment from here to from here to here, every line. So there come the concept of, multiple, multiple what comment. So you can write similarly this way also. This one, you see, till I write this one and everything get commented, colors get changed. So if I don't know, nothing is there, nothing is there, correct? So this is means what multi-line comment. So in multiple line comment, I'll write, suppose int a equals to, I'll define this one in here, suppose here int a equals to 5. Okay, now here I suppose write cout a ended, right? So this is what, this is multiple. See, when I, this is how it is opened and this is how it is called. Multiple line means this line is also covering, this line also covering. You can do this way also, you can do this way also, but ज्यादा लाइन हो गया तो फिर दिक्कत हो जाएगा यार. अगर 100 लाइन मेरे को कमेंट आउट करना है, ऐसे 100 लाइन है, तो बार बार मैं ये लिखते थोड़ी फिरूंगा, नहीं. So that's why this is also defined that multiple line comment, correct? So these are the two things are there, single line comment and multiple line comment. It means it will not be executed, correct? So that is covered. Okay, great. Now what I was telling is, okay, like I'll go forward with a few, arithmetics. Before I move forward with the functions, then I'll tell you about, I'll tell you about the main function. I'll try to give analogy of it. I'll try to give analogy with the functions, So tomorrow when you come, no, I'll give you one task. Tomorrow when you come, please go forward with for loop and all those stuff. I'll be covering today also. I'll try to cover everything, So tomorrow when you come, because tomorrow we'll start with arrays directly, because this is a data structure, right? I have to cover algorithms and arrays and all those stuff, pointers and everything. So if you cover that thing, no, we'll move fast, correct? So that is the thing. Okay, great. So basic arithmetics are there. These are already known, right? This is addition, subtraction, multiplication. Division. But one thing like there in modulus is, like, what is the definition of modulus? This modular operator, like, it gives remainder to the integer divisions only. You cannot find, modulus of what? Float. We call it float. Is it, remember guys, float means what? Decimal numbers. You cannot find modulus for decimal numbers, it will give error. So this is the important thing. Okay, for the integer type, it will give. Why 4 is written? So this is a statement. Basically, we call this as a statement because whatever the line is ending, whatever the line is, this is called statement. 69 is a statement. It means what? It is going to print a, that is value of 5. So this is what, whenever the semicolon comes, the whole thing is called statement. So suppose I write, this way, like I write integer type. So this is, suppose I'm writing something integer type, and variable name I'm writing as, suppose my variable. Okay, my variable I'm writing. So this is what? This is declaration of variable. This is called what? This is called what? Declaration of variable. Declaration of variable means what? We just declare that my variable is of integer type. If I don't write integer type, no, this compiler again will get confused. What is my variable type? We don't know. So that's why we have to write the data type. That's why we have to write the data type. Now compiler knows, okay, my variable ek naam hai, that is of integer type. If I can write double here also. I can write double here. It means what? My variable is of, float type. Float type means what? Decimal type. 5.5, 6.5, whatever the value. I can write string also. Anything I can write. I can write string. It means my variable is my name or something. Those stuffs are there. Correct? So this is the thing. So I'm writing, supposedly we are going for integer type. Okay. This is what? Declaration of variable. One more thing, let's see. Suppose I write int my variable equals to 39. It means what? My variable is the variable name. Basically, it's a variable name that is of integer type, and which is what? Value storing is 39. This whole is called is what? Initialization of variable. Initialization of, like you say initialization, okay? Initialization of variable. It means what? Initialization means what? You are giving some value to it. You are giving some value to it. In the memory, what is happening? No, in the memory, this my variable is there in the like some location, some allocation is given to the in the RAM. That my variable space is there. It will take 4 bytes and it will store integer value. So that's done. But when I write my variable equals to 39, it means what? In the RAM, it will create a space. See, if you want to create a home, so you need to get what? Land first, isn't it? Suppose you want to like build your home. So you have to do what? You have to get land first, then after that you build it, isn't it? You have to get the space first, then after that you will build it. Before getting space, how can you write, how can you create the building, isn't it? So my variable you can think at a space, like space in the memory, that you're giving some space. Then after that, what? You are giving some value. It means you're storing some value in the the RAM. So this is what? Initialization. This equals to sign. So one more thing is there, important thing is there. That is what? This is not equals to sign. This is assignment operator in programming. So don't get confused with mathematics and programming. One thing is, in mathematics we call it as what? Equals to. But here is assignment. This is assignment operator. What does assignment operator mean? It means this 39 value is given to my variable. It means what? This 39 value is assigned, given, you can say, to my variable name. Not equals to. My variable is not equals to. That is, it is given, correct? So that is what? Like it is defined. Okay, great. Now we understand this. So few things we'll be using lots of, prefix, postfix, don't go forward with it, we'll be using lots of time, we'll be using postfix, and we'll be using, postfix only. So, x plus plus, what does this means? X plus plus means like this is another, it's defined in the compiler that it will increment the, variable x by what? 1. So basically, you'll see for loops, we'll use I, J. So these are the basic things we use in a, programming. Like you can use anything. Instead of x plus plus, you can write like Amit plus plus or anything. Or let's upgrade plus plus. So you can write anything, correct? So what is this means what? It is plus, what is the value of it? Like if x plus plus means, x plus plus means x plus plus. Okay, if I write this, what does this means is x equals to x plus 1. It means, okay, C plus plus is a case sensitive language, correct? One more thing, C plus plus is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive language means what? It needs to be written down. See here, C out, capital C is written, right? Case sensitive language means what? Here, I'll just comment it out. Suppose this one, I'll put it here, Control X and Control V. Okay, what I said, C plus plus is a case sensitive language. Here C is written as small, right? If I do capital, C, so let's see what happens. It is saying what? It is saying what? C out was not declared in the scope. What does this lines 30 means? It means in IO stream, no, this C out is not defined. It is saying, but sir, आपने तो अभी बोला भाई, मतलब कि यहाँ पर IO stream मतलब तो यही होता है कि इनपुट आउटपुट को इंक्लूड कर रखा है, मतलब C out हम यूज कर सकते हैं. You right now said, so you are contradicting yourself. No, I am not contradicting myself, because here C I am using is capital letter. So C plus plus is a case sensitive language. Like here, if you have to use like whatever it is defined, like you cannot write small in a small case, capital case. Are you getting it, guys? So if I write small c, then it will run again. Now it is running. Now it is getting understanding that C out is already defined in this library. Okay, C out is there. Its work is to print. This is the predefined function. Its work is to what? Print the data. So it is printing the hello world data, isn't it? So this is the thing. Okay, great. That we understand. Now what I said, x plus plus means what? We are updating the value. Basically, x plus plus, there is a difference between x plus, people get confused. People get confused. There is a difference between x plus plus and x plus 1. X plus plus means updation of values happening. X plus plus means what? Updation of values happening. But it means x plus 1. See, again, don't get confused that how it is possible, sir, x equals to x plus 1. कैसे बात करते हो यार, ये तो आपने मैथमेटिक्स को ही ऐसा बोल दिया कि 0 इक्वल्स टू 1. इसका मतलब कैंसिल हो जाएगा ना एक्स एक्स. तो ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है यार, ये तो 0 इक्वल्स टू 1 हो गया, ये तो मतलब कि कुछ भी पढ़ा रहे. What I said, that's why. Like in programming, we say is that assignment operator. This is not, if I want to write equals to means what? I'll write. If I write this one, no, x equals to x plus 1. This is wrong. This is a wrong statement. Correct? This is equals to in programming. Double equals to means equals to in programming. But when I use single equals to, that means what? Assignment. It means value of x plus 1 is given to x. It means updating the value. Okay, we'll see this one. When you do iterations and everything, we'll see this one. So right now, try to get thing is, x plus plus and x plus 1 is, x plus 1 is just increasing the value by 1. But x plus plus means what? Incrementing, like it is basically incrementing, and it is getting updating the value of x. So next time, if previously x was 5, next time x will be 6. Then after that, if it is running in a loop, if you're running in a loop, then it will keep on changing until unless the condition is getting covered. But I'm telling condition and all these things, you'll get to know. Okay. You can write x plus 4 equals to x plus equals to 4 equals also
Ji,
this way. Yes.
sorry to interrupt you. It's already 9, and I see like so many people are like even questioning ki how much long it will be. So can you please give us some clarity कि ये class और कितना time चलेगा?
बस हम 10 मिनट कवर कर देंगे और, है ना?
Okay, fine, ठीक है.
So I'll try to cover this one first, and I'll try to cover, loops में बता दूं if else क्या होता है, then we'll just end it, relation operator nested थोड़ा सा बता दूं ताकि कल के लिए थोड़ा सा मैं base create कर लूं. तो बाकी you guys can, yes.
Sir, I only have one apprehension that like 9 के बाद ना the people will start leaving like left, right, center. So we may lose lot many people who are watching us. So that's only my one concern. Like we can take it up, but it's totally we can actually cover this call starting maybe, so not an issue.
Yes, we
Start
can,
of the class,
no problem in that, no problem in that,
right?
sir. We can cover in the starting of that.
Yes, if you agree to that analogy, then let's
Like no problem in
yeah.
that, because in the basically in the first 10 to 15 minutes we like gave introduction and everything, right? How to do
Yeah,
things, so that there you got lots of time there. Yes.
100%. Got it. So,
Mm.
sir, please, can we actually summarize? I mean, how
Okay.
what all did we learn today and all?
Yes, great.
Yeah,
So what I said is, basically we are writing, we are, going to learn C++ with DSA, correct? So these are the things we covered, so that you can like, things you can go forward with it. These are the things, but I'll not go forward with that again, Okay. First basic thing is that is data type. So it means it is giving some name that you are writing, if you want to write integer value or something in word or something in plus sign or minus sign and all those stuff. So there you have to define, you have to give like what is the type of that data. Data types means what? What is the type of the data? How it's written? So int a equals to 5. This is a statement. A is what? It's a variable name. We already saw here. So it's a what? It's a variable name, and 5 is what? 5 is value is getting stored in that, correct? So first program we do, wherever we go in the programming, we do the first program is hello world program. So what I said, that this line 5 statement and like line number 5 and 7, these are the templates. Basically this is the template, and this one main function will always be there in the code, in the C++ code, always. So remember this main function will always, here we can write anything else, because here we are printing hello world, so that's why we're writing hello world, see out hello. Other functions or everything, classes, objects, and all things can be there. Like lots of things can be there. Here we are printing hello world, that's why we're writing see out hello world. Okay, great. Now what I said, it should be of returning integer type only. It is what? Return statement. You have to return the return type. Basically return type, here we use void or other things also, but in C++ we use it as what? Suppose here I will change it to void, and if I run it, what will happen? So it is, see what it's saying, main must return int. But you, in case of C, no, you might have seen void. This, if you learned C, no, you might have seen. So try to find this one. Okay, that's a homework. Okay, so we use integer type, correct? So that's one thing we learned. So what is the template? This is the template, this 2 line, and this is the basic template to run a code. Like टेम्पलेट मतलब क्या है कि बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर एक C++ प्रोग्राम को रन करने के लिए, बस एक लैंग्वेज को उसके तरीके से काम करने के लिए जो C++ में लिखा हुआ है. Then after what we studied about like what is statement. So this is called what? This line, whenever the line ends with semicolon, that is called as what? Statement. So this is a statement. So इसको हम क्या कहते हैं? Statement. Okay, great. Now then after that, what we learned about, that is what variable name, like how variable name is defined, like how to write the variable. What does variable do? It stores value. Variable can store integer, it can store character, it can store string, but here in our case we are storing integer because we have written int, because in data types what we have given int. Here I can give char also. It means my variable will store what? It will store character. Similarly, I have given int, so I have written 10, correct? So these are the things are there we studied. And wrong way of writing of my variable name, like if I want to write the variable name, what is the wrong way? I cannot give space. That is very important. I cannot give space to it. Okay. Then we learned about we use endl and new line, correct? Here you see, here endl I am using, correct? So here you can use endl. So how to use endl? Suppose here I'll be writing endl this way. It means if I write after this some line here, no. Suppose I'll take this one. I'll show you the difference. So if I suppose I'm doing this thing, and when I running this code, okay, it is giving what? Hello world. If I remove this one, you see the application of it. If I remove this one and I print, okay, I remove this one and run this, you see it is coming in the same line. So that is the use of endl, correct? So what next we learn? We learn double line comment and single line comment. Not double line, multiple line comment and single line comment. Comment means it will not get covered. Those things will not be executed. That is what double line and single line basically that we covered. Then we saw the operations. These are the basic operations we all know, plus, division, and all the stuffs, and what? Modulus. One important thing we learned is what? Like it is for integer division, not for float or double. Like you cannot use for decimal numbers. You cannot find remainder. Modulus, it will find remainder. If you divide 25 by 7, like it will 21, 7 3s are 21. Okay, so 21 after how like what is the remainder? 4. So the 4 answer is coming. So that is what modulus is. Okay, great. So this is thing. Okay, from here we'll start tomorrow that what is the x plus equals to 4, what is that, x plus plus, and I'll try to cover first that for loop, and I'll try to give you some overview of function. With that, then we'll go forward with the loop and loop, if else. Try to see tomorrow and come, that will be very helpful, so I can cover fast. Okay.
Done, sir. Done. Thanks a lot. So one of the suggestions that Konki was giving, Komaki, huh? Konamaki. I'm not able to pronounce the name. Sorry, but she
Mhm.
is mentioning that sir, PPT color, if you can change, it will be good. Okay,
Correct.
so PPT color is something that is kind of not able to be visible and all. So that's one thing which she said. Apart from that, nothing else. Everything else was all good.
Okay, great. I'll change the color. Thank you guys for the suggestion. If you face
Done.
any issue, yes, please, yes, speak it out. Correct.
Done. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, great.
Thanks a lot for like actually the class. Tomorrow we'll meet and we'll take it out. Chalo.
Okay.
Bye, sir. Take care. Take
Thank
care. Thank
you.
you. Bye guys. How I hope that today's class was thoda bahut refreshing on C++ and all. And please share me your feedbacks into this so that we can also talk to sir about if you have any other feedbacks and all. I'll be very happy to tell him, and we'll take it. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day, and we'll meet in our further classes. Bye bye.